Paul Bennet in the lead in the Wolf Pits, the big yellow one. And then the smaller standard Pits S1s, who were until recently on his wing. Very nice knife edge pass there by Paul. Now Paul's setting up at one end, and the other two, being flown by Glenn Graham and Jesse Jury, are coming in from the south. This looks like it's going to be an opposing cross, folks. Get your cameras ready. These aircraft have very much different performance. You can see the Wolf Pits, considerably larger aircraft, 400 horsepower engine. The S1S, much more diminutive, more like the original aircraft. Well, at one air show we actually had a series of remote control aircraft and a Pitts S1, and a lady asked, "Is that a really big remote control aircraft?" No ma'am, a pilot sits in that one. Coming in on the rejoin. So remember these guys, you'll hear them jockeying the throttles as they're trying to maintain position. Swapping now into Vic and pulling up into a formation loop. Paul, as the formation lead, is not just flying his own aircraft, he has to think about the performance of the other guys off his wing and making sure he's not going too fast or too slow for them. Well, he's the only one flying the formation. The other guys are just hanging on. They've got marks on their aircraft. They line up with marks on Paul's, and they have to maintain that position. And when you go from inside to outside, like if you have a look at that there, pulling over into a wing over, the guy on the outside has got to apply more power. The bloke on the inside pulls the power back a little bit, just to make sure that they are maintaining that position. Locked in place. And pulling up into a barrel roll. So cool because it looks like what the track of the aircraft would be if they were flying around on the inside of a barrel. Now you may have seen the guys on the ground before this doing what we call the chicken dance, which is where the three of them would have been walking in formation and holding their hands up and doing their maneuvers just to get rehearsed and locked in who will be where and doing what. Very nice wing over there again. And not content with one loop, we do another. Do you reckon they're going to do 2 or 3? I think 3. 4. They just keep looping and looping and looping. It doesn't get easier the number of times you do it. In fact, you get a little bit more twitchy, I think. Because you imagine trying, you've got 3 cars in line abreast and you're driving along a straight street. Easy to keep them line abreast. But once you start going around corners, the guy on the outside actually travels further. So he's got to get around quicker, and the guy on the inside has got to maintain his position. So he's got to be pulling back. Now, I think I found 3 guys practicing that on the freeway in Melbourne the other day going to work. Now there's a beautiful stall turn. Now a stall is not when the engine stops in an aircraft. It is when the wing stops producing lift. There we go. Now we've got a real mirror formation there. You can see they're only a few metres apart. They are definitely one on top of the other. Sometimes you see these mirror formations where one of the aircraft is actually offset to the side, but that is a real mirror formation. distracted there for a second. I thought there were 4 of them. It's a bird.
Yeah, I thought the same, but like I was saying before they came in, yeah, there were these guys on the freeway doing 90 and keeping almost perfectly aligned. I was like, are they practicing formation or what? Of course, I'm coming in at a little over 100, wishing to pass.
Practicing stupidity.
All of us were.
Now get your cameras ready, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll have a loop first. Yep, pulling up into a loop.
And when they come out the other side, it's the photo moment.
Definitely get your cameras ready for this.
Cameras ready, prepare to gasp.
The SkyAces split.
Yeah, I've had people say to me they think Paul Bennet can't fly straight and level. I can assure you he can. I've been in a nice GA aircraft where he was flying it straight and level. But you could tell he was itching to fly it and have fun with it.
Both of the smaller aircraft completing a half a Cuban. Now heading into rejoin.
Speaking of the Hun from the sun, Paul Bennet diving in.
Falling up for a torque roll. Right up into the sun there.
Yeah.
Still going and turning, hanging there.
Wow.
Then this is one of the best tail slides that you will ever see. Coming back.
That's impressive.
And then out of it.
That was awesome.
Now the 2 other aircraft performing a heart there.
A little bit windier now.
Maybe they saw what the roulettes did this time.
Is this where Paul shoots the arrow through the heart?
And pulling in for a rejoin.
Loving watching the guys against the clouds, the different colours.
Approaching again in Vic formation or V.
Nice formation, synchronised aileron roll.
Pulling up now, I believe, for another stall turn.
See the different sizes of the wing overs here between the 3 aircraft. Nice and tight.
Over she goes, Trev.
Yeah.
Now
And
landing off this, they're using the sides of the aircraft. They're side slipping down because these aircraft have flaps.
Yeah, no flaps, so you got to side slip to burn off some energy. And I just love how Paul does that double hammerhead. That's smoke on from Paul as the other 2 round out and land.
And Paul's classic knife edge.
Yeah. Nice and slow down the runway.
Getting most of the lift off the side of the aircraft.
Big rudder in effect. That's a shot. He really does love flying that aircraft, doesn't he? It's become part of him.
He's been doing it for a long time.
That much is certain. remember interviewing him a very long time ago at TIAB when he was sort of really getting stuck into the whole formation aerobatics and working his team up. It's a great chat. It's been great watching how he's developing the Paul Bennet Airshows team, taking airshows around Australia before COVID and now again after.
Again, just hanging there.
Incredible. Paul's just bringing it in. Glenn Graham and Jesse Jury waiting for him.
And Forever the Showman, they're going to do a formation taxi.
Smoke on taxi.
So as the SkyAces taxi back in, give them a big wave and a round of applause.
Don't forget folks, lots to see yet. Number of aircraft getting ready to head out.
We'll see a few aircraft taxiing, and what they're going to do is they're going to join up after all of the warbirds have put on their display, and they're going to form a balbo. And we'll tell you what a balbo is a little bit later. It's got nothing to do with Sylvester Stallone.
So it's not a Rocky.
Definitely not.
So now you're going to leave those who don't know in suspense, waiting to find out, yeah?
Must keep you in suspenders. Give them a wave, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Bennet, Airshows, SkyAces.